Okay, you are seriously not going to believe this one. We're diving into a really peculiar story today, straight out of Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it involves a frozen Elsa doll, and this doll, well, it had some serious separation anxiety, apparently.
A clingy doll. Okay, I'm intrigued. We've been looking into this, the KPRC news report about the Madonia family and their, well, very persistent Elsa. It's definitely one of those stories that makes you go, okay, what's really going on here?
Totally. So let's set the scene. Christmas 2013, a little girl gets the toy of the year, right?
Yeah?
The Elsa doll from Frozen.
A must-have?
Exactly. Press the necklace, it sings Let It Go, says some lines from the movie. Standard stuff.
Yeah, pretty standard toy operation.
And for like 2 whole years, it was just a normal doll. Did its thing, spoke English, no drama.
Right, working as expected, bringing joy, singing the song,
Yeah.
probably over and over.
Probably. But then, jump to 2015. This is where things start getting a little weird.
Okay.
According to Emily Madonia, the mother, the doll just starts randomly switching between English and Spanish.
Out of the blue.
Yeah, nobody changed any settings, didn't fiddle with it. It just started doing it. And here's a kicker. The family says they never changed the batteries. Not once. In the whole 6 years they had it.
6 years on the same batteries. That's unusual in itself for a talking doll.
Right. You'd expect them to die way sooner.
Definitely. And the language change, I mean, maybe some electronic glitch, but without new batteries. It makes that seem less, straightforward.
Exactly. And it gets stranger. Emily also said the doll would sometimes just start talking or singing, even when the switch was firmly in the off position.
Okay, now that's creepy.
Right. Imagine that, an off switch that's apparently just a suggestion.
Yeah, that bumps it up the oddity scale quite a bit. A faulty switch? Okay, maybe. But powering on by itself, that's different. Makes you wonder about the circuitry, maybe some weird power leak.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So fast forward to December 2019. The family's had enough, understandably.
I bet.
They decide it's time for Elsa to leave the building permanently via the trash can.
The logical step.
But yeah, as you can probably guess, this is where the real story begins. Getting rid of this doll wasn't quite so simple.
No, this first attempt to ditch Elsa really kicks off this pattern, this recurring weirdness that's hard to explain away. It stops feeling like just a glitchy toy.
Okay, so attempt number 1. Straight into the trash bin. Done deal, right?
You'd think.
Nope. A few weeks go by and they find her. Guess where?
Oh boy, where?
Inside a bench. In their living room.
Wait, inside the house from the outside trash can?
Yep, inside the house, tucked away in a bench. Emily was pretty sure the kids didn't do it so they wouldn't go digging through the garbage outside.
Okay, that's a big leap. How does a doll migrate like that? That rules out simple explanations pretty quick.
And here's another twist. After this reappearance, the doll apparently stopped speaking English altogether.
Seriously?
Yeah, from that moment on, only Spanish. All the time.
Huh, so it comes back inside and suddenly it's fully bilingual, but chooses only Spanish.
It's like it went on a little adventure and came back changed.
Or maybe it was making a statement. What's interesting is the behavior change linked directly to the reappearance. Like the act of being thrown out and returning flipped a permanent switch.
Right, like, oh, you tried to throw me out. Or hablo español, y punto. So obviously this wasn't working. Time for attempt number 2, more. Determined.
You can feel their frustration building. This time the husband gets involved, right?
He does. And he's not playing around. Double bag the doll.
Okay.
Put it right at the very bottom of the outside garbage can.
Yeah.
Piled other trash on top. Really made sure it was buried in there for trash day.
Thorough, making sure it actually gets collected and taken away this time.
Exactly. And the garbage truck came, collected everything, gone. Poof. Or so they thought. They even went on a trip, maybe to clear their heads or break the doll's weird connection to the house. They get back.
Don't tell me.
Their daughter finds Elsa in the backyard.
Outside again, after the trash was collected.
Just sitting there in the yard like she just strolled back.
Okay, that's genuinely baffling.
That's when Emily hit Facebook. You could just feel the what is happening in her post. She explained the bench incident, then the double bagging, the garbage truck, and then bam, backyard. Used a chills emoji, called it a haunted doll.
Yeah, that post is key. It's their real-time reaction. And she tackled the obvious thing, a prank. She pointed out marker stains her daughter had made on the doll.
Oh, right. To prove it was the same doll.
Exactly. Same doll, same marks, not some look-alike someone planted.
Which makes the prank idea almost impossible, doesn't it?
It really does.
How would someone get that specific doll back from the garbage truck's route, marks and all, and then sneak it into their yard unnoticed? That's a lot.
A huge amount of effort for a prank, and incredibly difficult logistically. Retrieving something specific from municipal waste collection, highly unlikely. It pushes you towards, well, other possibilities, even if they seem improbable.
So the family's running out of options. Throwing it away, even securely, isn't working. Time for Plan C.
Operation Mail Elsa far, far away.
Pretty much. They decide to mail the doll to a friend way up in Minnesota. Smart move. No return address.
Get it out of the state, put some serious miles between them and the doll. Seems like the next logical, if drastic, step.
And, spoiler alert, it seems like this finally did the trick, at least for the Madonias.
So the friend actually got it.
Yep. Friend in Minnesota, Chris Hogan, confirmed he received Elsa. And his reaction, also on Facebook apparently, was pretty funny. Added some needed humor.
What did he say?
He posted that she'd arrived safely, and then he said he'd taped her to the brush guard on the front of his Jeep.
Huh. Okay, that's one way to handle it.
And he joked that if she started acting weird, he was ready to, weld her inside a steel pipe and sink her in a lake. You know, just casual Tuesday plans.
Very Minnesotan solution. But it sounds like that was the end of it for the family's direct involvement, right?
It seems so. The news report mentioned that as of late 2020, Elsa hadn't reappeared in Houston. So mailing her away worked.
Finally. A resolution, kind of.
Although, Emily did mention that after Elsa left, some other weird stuff started happening around their house. Doors opening and closing, lights in the TV turning on by themselves.
Oh, interesting. So the doll leaves, but the strangeness lingers.
Maybe. Like some kind of, I don't know, residual energy or something.
It does make you wonder, was the doll the source, or just a lightning rod for something else? It's common in these kinds of stories for the unsettling feeling to stick around even after the object is gone.
And Emily herself was clearly starting to wonder about non-ordinary explanations. She actually said, quote, "If the doll comes back, I might have to open my mind to some of the more supernatural solutions."
Wow, that really tells you how much this whole thing affected them, when you start seriously considering supernatural answers, because the rational ones just don't fit.
Yeah, it shows how far beyond normal their experience had become.
It absolutely does, and people were fascinated by this, weren't they?
Oh yeah. The story went viral. Emily apparently posted a follow-up, trying to answer all the questions people had. It wasn't just some little family story, it really struck a chord.
I can see why. It taps into that unease about everyday objects acting wrong. We expect toys to behave predictably. When they don't, especially in such dramatic ways, it's inherently compelling and, let's be honest, a little creepy.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the truly weird elements here. An Elsa doll switches languages by itself.
Runs for 6 years on original batteries, apparently.
Turns itself on and talks or sings, even when switched off.
And the main event reappears twice after being thrown in the trash. The second time after the garbage truck definitely took it away.
It's quite a list.
It really is. Not just one odd thing, but a sequence of events that build on each other, each one harder to explain than the last.
Which leaves us, and probably everyone listening, with those big, unanswered questions. How did it keep coming back?
Was it some incredibly complex, almost unbelievable prank? If so, the execution details are just mind-boggling.
Or is there some simple, mundane explanation we're just missing? Something about the doll's mechanics, or I don't know.
Or do you lean towards Emily's thinking? That maybe you do have to open your mind to other, less conventional possibilities.
These are the questions that make this story stick, right? That lack of a neat, tidy answer.
Exactly. We want explanations. We look for cause and effect. And here, the effect this wandering bilingual self-activating doll just seems disconnected from any obvious cause. It challenges our assumptions.
So maybe a final thought as we wrap this up. Just think about the ordinary stuff around you. Your phone, your keys, a kid's toy.
Mm-hmm.
Usually predictable. But sometimes, maybe, those mundane objects can become the center of something truly inexplicable. Something that blurs that line between everyday reality and something else.
Perhaps this whole Elsa saga is just a really vivid example of how we react when that line gets blurred. Our fascination with the unknown, our need to find patterns, even when faced with something just plain weird.
Like a doll that just wouldn't let it go?